on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
Well, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you happen to be new around here, make sure to hit subscribe and click on the little bell to follow along on our adventures. Oh, by the way, I am Trevor and this is Hannah. We are the Delightful Travelers. Today we're going to be eating some more food.
Yeah, we've done a few eating videos so far. Chicken dishes have kind of been our favorite that we've tried so far.
Absolutely.
So I think today we're going to do one dish that we've already done but not here, and another chicken dish that we haven't tried yet. It's currently a rainy and dreary afternoon, so we figured what better thing to do than eat some food, and we wanted to say a big thank you to you guys. We've showed you the menu here a few times at the resort that we're staying at, and you've given us so many options and ideas. Alright, our food is here. It actually took a while to cook, and now I am super starving, and this smells amazing. Our first dish here is one we have not tried before. It's called Chicken Inasal, I believe it is. It's basically like Filipino barbecue chicken. It's made with, just one sec, I have it written down. It's made with calamansi, which are, as we already said, we're having the juice of. It's these little, like, almost lime type things. Pepper, coconut vinegar, and something called annatto. I'm not quite sure what that is, but by the way, coconut vinegar. I had no idea you could make vinegar from coconuts. Did you guys? The only reason we figured out that you can actually do that is there are obviously a bunch of palm trees around us. We saw some guys up in a tree next to us for like days in a row, and they kept going up there, and we noticed they had a bottle up there as well that was just staying there, and they check on it. So we asked, and someone said they're making coconut vinegar.
Well, this smells so good. And look at that skin, it's just glistening. I got some chicken on here. Wow, this is intense. It smells like it's going to be very good. Wow, that just packs a ton of flavor. It took a little while for this to be ready, and I think it's because it was just cooked for so slow over time, and that's where all these flavors come in. The juices are just really good. Anna said there's a bit of pepper in there, black pepper I think, and the calamansi you can taste, and then the skin as well is like a little bit crunchy, so you take the tender chicken, crunchy skin, and it all just goes together very nicely. And what's kind of fun is there's the piece of meat I just had, I think is from is a thigh, but there's also a leg on here as well. Just trying to get another piece here with some more of that skin, just to have the two different contrasts of flavor. I think there's like a bit of sugar on there, maybe brown sugar. It makes it a little bit sweet, and there's all these char marks from where it was grilled as well. It's very good. I don't have much to compare it to with other Filipino dishes yet. We haven't had too many others, but I really like it. I see why this comes highly recommended by you guys. Thanks, by the way, because you've all been telling us to try this. It's very good.
All right, it's my turn. I think Trevor ate all that skin off there, so I'm not even gonna get to try it. Must have been marinated for a while before it actually cooked, because there's definitely a lot of flavor in there. A little bit salty. I don't know what the salt comes from. Maybe they just added salt to it. And it is a little bit sweet at the same time as well. It's a good combo. And just, yeah, nice flavors to it. I will say, for me, this is just a totally personal opinion. As some of you guys may know, I'm not a huge meat eater. I don't really eat much red meat. I do eat a fair bit of chicken, but in general, honestly, I just prefer chicken breast, like boneless chicken breast, rather than bone-in chicken. I just find it maybe a lot of work, and it kind of slightly, I don't know if grosses me out is the right word, but I don't really like picking. Yeah, I don't really like picking the meat off the bones. But if I have to do it, it's good that it tastes like this.
All right, next up we are trying Chicken Adobo once again. Now, we tried it before, but all of you said we should try it again, and this time it's looking completely different. Now, on Chicken Adobo, there is vinegar, there's some garlic, black pepper, and soy sauce, and of course you have chicken. And this plate also has some potatoes on there, and there's some veggies, so it smells oh so divine, and we're really excited to try it once again. Look at all this sauce in the bottom, it looks really good. I'm gonna try to just soak this piece of chicken in there. Ooh. Oh, I can't get over how this smells. So that is so very different than the first dish that we just tried. There's no sweetness in this. There's a bit of spice, a little bit of kick. You can taste that pepper, you definitely taste vinegar. I know that's a very popular ingredient here in the Philippines, but you can taste it in there. The chicken's a little more chewy than the Inasal. I think it's just cooked differently. A little more chewy than I would usually like. However, it is very, very tasty as well. I have to say, it's just nice to know you can have. I mean, this is just 2 chicken dishes that we're trying here, but they're just so very different. And all it does is make me want to try more. I think our favorite so far might be chicken sisig though, but that is like such a divine dish. But this is really good as well. I think it's now going to be a go-to for us.
All right, I'm gonna try the potatoes since Trevor just tried the chicken. I'm gonna try to get some sauce on there. I think there might be some onions there as well. It smells so good.
I just absolutely love the sauce, I have to say.
Wow. There's a little bit of spice in there.
We like spice.
There are some peppers in there. I wonder if they like cooked some chili peppers in with the sauce because it's got a teeny tiny little bit of a kick to it, and I really enjoy it. The soy sauce is really prominent. Like Trevor said, the vinegar is also very distinct and adds a nice component to it. I like this a lot. I think I maybe like the flavor of this better than the chicken adobo we had the first time. It just has a little bit more punch, a little bit more flavor to it. And I think something Trevor didn't say was flavors like this, like with soy sauce, vinegar, different spices, is stuff that we would make at home. We've never made chicken adobo. Maybe when we get back to Canada, that's going to be one thing we're going to have to add to our regular meal list. But it's the type of ingredients that we always have at home and we always cook with. It doesn't matter what we're making, but often like a chicken and rice dish we'll do frequently, and these are the kind of flavors that we just love.
All right, well, welcome to the part of the video where we do a Q&A and answer your questions. If you have any questions for us, just leave them in the comments below and we will try to get to it in another video. Normally we're in a swing chair, and now it's been a couple videos since we've been in that chair. It rained.
It rained. What do you do?
Well, the chair is wet, so we can't go outside. It's starting to get brighter now.
Yeah,
but
it looks a lot better out there.
So we're back here in our room and we got question number 1 ready to go.
All right, question number 1 is very relevant for this video. Christopher Bersabal, I think that's how you say it, said, what is your favorite Filipino food? You already answered it.
I think I just said that. By default I said that, but if you guys missed it, chicken sisig so far has been our favorite
Love
food.
it.
Would you say?
Yeah, because I love it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't just like, yeah, it's all right, or anything. I like it. It's gonna be a staple. I
It's
think
got-
we have to figure out how to make it.
It's got everything we like about a dish, honestly, and I know all of you have been saying to try pork sisig.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna have to do that at some point.
Yes, for sure. The second question comes from a Patreon, or patron, Cat Kitten Rose. Are you guys planning on going back home anytime?
Well, that's a good question. It's
No.
I mean, the short answer is we don't know. It doesn't mean we don't want to go home. We do, but we can't get home. So
There's currently there are a few international flights, but there's no way for us to get to Manila, so we're just
Yeah.
waiting until they start adding some domestic flights in, and then we'll start to figure it out.
yeah, there's news that's happening right now in real time that not necessarily about the airports, but some quarantines are changing again. So by the time you guys see this, you might be commenting saying things have changed, but we're keeping our eye on flights. So far, June seems to be, there's flights that are like normal prices, not $7,000 if you watched that video that we've made before when we told you guys the price to get back to Canada. So I think we'll just keep an eye on things.
Yes, and as soon as we know we can get out of here, we will book something. We don't want to have to deal with canceled flights, so
Yeah.
as soon as we know we can actually go somewhere, we will start to plan it.
That's the biggest risk, is getting stuck in an airport. We'd probably have to get 4 connections on the way home, and flights can get canceled right now with ease. So you don't want to get stuck in an airport. We definitely don't want to get stuck in an airport.
All right, next question is from Martin Wilkie. When will you show your time with the Endless Adventure before lockdown? You must have edited it by now.
Oh, I know.
So for those that don't know what this question is referring to, before we came to the Philippines, we were in Bali and we got to hang out with our friends, the Endless Adventure. We did some videos with them. Their videos came out ages ago.
Yep.
Ours is just sitting
So-
not edited.
What happens is with those guys make such great videos, and they're usually more up in like real time than us, although right now I think we might be more real time than them. So we had to switch everything we had to talk about the quarantine and show what was happening. So we do still have a backlog of videos because of that. Now, you'll be happy to know that we put out Transylvania video probably like 10 videos ago now of our Romania series. I have two more Romania videos to edit. I almost have one done, so I'm gonna try to get that out soon in the next week. So we're working on the backlog. Once the 2 Romania videos are done, we're gonna switch into Bali, and I think they're in the first Bali video or second. I think we did 2. We were with them for
the first one.
We were with them for a week. So yeah, we are working on it. We promise we are going to get to the backlog, and eventually we'll get to Manila, and we'll be you'll be seeing what happened in Manila right before this all started. So yeah, I mean, hopefully that'll be cool for you guys to watch. But sorry it's been taking so long. It's just we've been making a different style of video, but we're getting a lot of requests just like this to put out the older videos that we already filmed.
And just to touch on it, you must have edited it by now. No, it doesn't really work like that. It takes a lot of hours to edit. He's also editing these current videos too, and trying to fit in time to do actual work and relax a little bit. So there's not really a whole lot of extra time to just sit there editing and probably lose your mind.
Maybe he thought you think that we edit them as soon as we kind of shoot them, and normally that's not the case. We just hang on to them, and then when we know we have a schedule, usually it's every week, and then I would just edit the video the week of. So I don't have it edited and ready to go, but promise you we will have that out when we can.
Want to do one extra bonus
question?
All right, this is from Robert Shea. After this is all over, will you go back to the Philippines ever?
Yes, there's no denying that. So you know, here we are, our first time in the Philippines, and this is how it's going. So yeah,
guaranteed.
You know,
so we'll definitely come back.
We mentioned it before, but you know, to be in El Nido, and right like behind you guys, behind the camera here is we have a patio window, and we can see how beautiful El Nido is.
See all the islands out there, and we're sitting there empty.
And we can't go, so it's a tease, you know. So yeah, we are planning. We will definitely be back here. We had some other places we mentioned before we want to get to. I know like Boracay was on the list, like Bohol, Siargao would be cool. I mean, we had a big list.
And people always people message us all the time and tell us places that we've never heard of that we should go to. So I'm sure if we actually made a full, complete list, it would be very long of all the places we should go.
And you know, we've been hanging out with Jumping Places a lot. When we first got here and we were kind of quarantined with them, they've talked so much about, you know, they were in like Tablis and Romblon and things like that. So, you know,
so many
the list. So we have to come back, right?
Yeah.
We just have to.
Probably multiple times. So I just realized that we were just talking about the Endless Adventure, and I forgot to say that in one of our upcoming videos, they're going to join us. We're going to be talking to them. Yeah,
so you'll get to see them in more real time before you see the old ones. They'll be in a video very, very soon. Now guys, if you got this far in the video, it probably means you like it. Make sure to hit the like button on your way out of here and leave us a comment. We love when we get comments from people.
And before we sign off, we have another wonderful patron from our Patreon to thank. Anyone that joins the highest tier, you're going to get a personal shout out. So this week it's to Dan Danahay.
Thank you so much, Dan. It means the world to us that you support what we do, and it is people like you that really help us be able to make this kind of content. We're just incredibly grateful.
And if anybody else wants to join our Patreon, we'll link it below and you can check it out.
So guys, I think that's it for today's video. We're just gonna leave it here. We hope we didn't make you too hungry.
And if you did, hopefully you have some food nearby. All right, guys, that's it.
From El Nido, wishing you a safe and healthy quarantine.
See you soon.
I'm on my way now.